Hello. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay, so I think
we're live
on the air. Yeah, so I think we've been on live for a few minutes. So for you guys that are out there, I'm your host Shante R. Roddy. Please forgive us. We had some technical difficulty that happened right as the show was starting. So we're here. We're live with the Biz Talk Live Show. This is a platform for entrepreneurs and small business owners to share their stories, share their journeys, so that it will inspire and empower other people to be bosses and to be successful at it. So today we were scheduled to have a broadcast earlier today, and again, due to technical difficulties, we were not able to do that. So I have two lovely ladies who volunteered to come on. Their business owners, and so we're going to talk with them today. So with that said, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We have Amber as Hawkins, and we have Angela Brand. So let's start with you, Amber. Tell us about yourself. What is your business? What do you do? Who do you serve?
Hello there, everybody. Amber Hawkins. Your computer needs a Toledo LLC in Toledo, Ohio. What I do online, on-site, and e-mobile computer training and consulting. I also sell computers and accessories online. Who I serve, I perform tasks as far as to senior citizens and also to small businesses, large businesses, nonprofits, education, and even individuals.
Awesome. So you say you're based out of Toledo, Ohio. So do you serve just locally, or are your services available nationwide?
They're available nationwide. Anywhere outside Toledo, Ohio, I can do it online, virtually.
Are your services available nationwide?
Correct.
Available. Oh Lord, now there's an echo. Okay, thank you.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Angela, tell us about yourself.
Well, Angela Brand, I am in Charlotte, North Carolina. I am a trainer, author, coach, publisher, and a brand ambassador. I have mostly helped women that are coaches, authors, and speakers brand their business and training certification programs. I'm just helping them with their personal growth and development and defining their vision and the brand for their business.
Okay, awesome. So let's talk about how you guys got started as entrepreneurs. Let's talk about how long have you been in business and how did you get started? Like, what motivated you to become an entrepreneur?
Did you want to start with me or did you want to start with Angela?
Yeah. Either one of you. Go ahead, Amber.
All right. I've been in business for 13 years. Next year in January, we'll start the 14th year. Overall, what happened was I was laid off for about a fourth or fifth time, or more than that, can't remember. And as far as job hunting and everything, it wasn't going successfully. So a friend of mine told me about a 13-week program. It's here in Toledo, Ohio, called SS Toledo, which if you want to learn how to be a small business owner, you go through a 13-week training. I was in the midst of, being depressed and everything, and like nothing was happening for me. So I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and go for it. So I went for that, got my small business certificate. I was still job hunting at the time. In the wee hours of the morning while everybody was asleep, about 2 or 3 in the morning, somewhere around there, I just sat down. I just sighed quietly. I said, that's it. No more. I can't take this. I'm going to start my own business. So I did some research on the internet as far as that's concerned. And I would have to say that through SS Toledo, that's helped me a lot. And the unemployment was getting a little low. So with $1,000, of unemployment compensation, a wing and a prayer. January 1st, 2005, quote unquote, opened the doors of Your Computer Needs a Toledo LLC. I didn't have everything in place. I didn't know everything, and said some prayers, and I said, I'm going to go for it. I know I'm going to make a lot of mistakes, but let me forge ahead, because there was nothing else. There was no other option, actually. So I just forged ahead.
That's fantastic. Well, congratulations on making it this far. Angela?
Thank you.
Well, I guess my story is a little bit different. I've always been a dreamer, a very ambitious person. I started off in the nonprofit arena in the church. And when I moved to Charlotte, I was like, okay, now it's time to stop doing this stuff for free and get paid for it. So I fired my job and I walked out on faith and started my business. It was just simple as that. That burning desire to succeed, to help people, and really to make a legacy. That was my turning point. Stop doing this for free and really take it serious and do it as a business.
That's fantastic. So this is just an example that everybody has their own path, and how you get started. It's not a one size fits all. So sometimes people take a full leap. Some people take a partial leap. But it's all possible. So like you said, you couldn't thing and you were on your job and wanted to use your creativity and be paid for it. So we all have gifts that we can use to better the world and also make money doing it. So I appreciate you ladies. So what for you ladies, being entrepreneurs and being women that run your own business, what does it mean to you to be your own boss? Meaning, what does that mean to you? How has that changed your life? Being your own boss.
I think for me is having control of how much money you want to make. With the job, your boss and the company have the control over what you want to make. As an entrepreneur, your income is the limit. What you put into it is what you get out of it. If I say, hey, I want to make $100,000 these next 3-4 months, I put my plan together and I do that. If I was still working at my job, that wouldn't be possible. So it gives me the freedom and the flexibility to create what I want to see happen. That's the biggest thing for me. I am in control of my destiny. I'm in control of where I go.
That's from right. Here. You're in control. And for you, Amber?
I would say for me, I call it the unexplainable freedom. It takes an entrepreneur to know exactly what I'm talking about when I say the entrepreneur, the unexplainable freedom. I'm not saying that obstacles do not surface. I am not saying that there will be problems. I am not saying that there are some things in your personal life that you have to overcome. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that as an entrepreneur, I'm able to, as Angela mentioned, have some control. And not only that, I can set and put in place how I want things to be in place.
Yes.
If I feel like doing a task this way, I can. If I feel like doing a task that way, I can. In the job market, you have to, if you want to get paid, you got to perform a task this way, that way, or the other way, or you won't get paid, or you'll get this discipline, or you get written up, or all those things there. So that's a controlled environment in the job place, whereas an entrepreneur, there is control as far as how you want to do it and do due diligence as far as that's concerned.
That's fantastic. So what would you say motivates you day in and day out to keep on the path that you're on with pursuing your business dreams?
I would say for me, my reasons for continuously pursuing it is because actually it was something that was brought forth, and the opportunity of hearing the terms working from home or work at home, or the terms entrepreneur, being your own boss, the thing in which it's I have to say again, it's unexplainable, and it's a joy that you feel, and it's like, even if you're having some difficulties or experiencing difficulties, it's where you can forge onto what your dreams are that you have put in place and planned, and also you can have it where the sky is the limit, as mentioned before.
Okay, and Angela?
I think for me is striving to reach my highest potential, knowing that I'm creating something that my world have never seen. That's like the biggest drive for me. Is I'm doing this, something that I never thought could be done, something that I never thought that I could do, because of the I'm not enough or the people not believing in you. So when I wake up every day, it's like I'm doing this. I'm literally doing this. I'm walking in my purpose, and that drives me each and every day, knowing that I can do that.
Yeah, I think understanding your purpose is so important. I think it's really critical to being able to keep moving forward as an entrepreneur, because although a lot of times we show the glitz and the glam of entrepreneurship, a lot of times they don't show you about the behind the scenes work, the struggle, the challenges that go on.
No, they don't.
And it can be so difficult that you want to quit, right? And we don't always have that external person that is external factor that's motivating us. That we have to be continually self-motivated. And I think without that purpose, it's so easy to give up on your vision and on your dream. So do you feel that same way, that your purpose is what drives you, is what keeps you motivated on pursuing your path, even when times get tough, even when you don't meet your revenue goals, right? Even when you're not being supported?
Oh man.
That's what drives you to keep moving forward.
That's for her. That's for Amber, or for me too?
Yes, for both of you.
Let me tell you, I think May of this year, I may have quit 20 times. I mean, that's just the minimum. And people don't realize that they see the glam of entrepreneurship, but everybody is not cut out for entrepreneurship. I love to break these two words down. Everybody is capable, but everybody don't have the capacity. And that is different. We are capable of doing whatever we set our mind to do, but we're not capable. And we don't have the capacity. And for me, my personal experience, I had to increase my capacity and learn about entrepreneurship, shifting my mindset about entrepreneurship, which is one of the hardest things, because as a people, we always in hustle mode. Operating a business is not in hustle mode. You stay on hustle mode, you might as well go back and do your, to your job. You hustle on your job, but your business, you actually supposed to lay a foundation so your business can operate long without you, long after you are gone. That's the difference. Just an entrepreneur, self-employed, once you gone, your business is gone. My goal is that my business will run on without me. And it's hard to lay that foundation when you don't have the tools and the knowledge that you have coming from the employment arena. I think that's one of the biggest things of why a lot of small businesses fail, because of the shift in the mindset.
Yeah, I agree. And Amber?
I will say, as far as having a difference of mindset, yes, you do have to have that. Is it an easy transition? Not necessarily, because of what you're used to being in the employee arena for a good number of times. And something else that you mentioned before, for some entrepreneurs, it's a full-time entrepreneur. For some entrepreneurs, they would rather do it partly and maybe have a part-time job or whatever the case may be. You know, that's up to that individual. The thing I would say is you have to be your own best friend at times, and many times you have to be your own cheerleader.
Yeah.
Because there are times when giving up is easier than continuing on. It could be tiring as well when you are your own support, and you have to honestly seek out different arenas of entrepreneurship in order to get the assistance that you need. So I would say, when you're ready to give up, don't give up. Is it easier said than done? Yes, it is. Because I have a good number of times had given up, a few times, went back to the work arena and all of that. But I have like a field work right now with everything. And the thing is that you have to have it in your mind where I want to make sure that I get to where I see why I did not give up. I've had a couple experiences like that where now I see where I didn't give up and why I didn't give up. And I'm so glad I didn't, because you could be pushed back so far against the wall to where you cave in. Is it easy to do it? Yes. But get to a place where you say, I want to get to where I am glad that I did not give up.
Yes.
That's so good. And I know we talked about corporate America, because I know a lot of people want to know or are challenged with making that transition from corporate America, or even being in their position on the side, and understand mind. Not only that, when you're talking about in corporate America, you have a whole different set of tools. But when you become an entrepreneur, you take on all the hats. You're wearing all the hats. So when we talk about tools, if you think a minute about yourselves and your business, what are some tools that you use that are able to help you in your business? Because like I said, everything, you're the salesperson, you're the CFO, okay, you're the COO, okay, you're doing everything in your business. Seriously, when you're first starting out, you don't have a big team. The goal is to have a team, to have repeatable processes, so you can grind now and then let the business run smoothly on its own, so you can go on vacation. But in order to do that, you have to set aside, you do it. So tell us about some of the tools that you use that have been helpful to you.
Well, this is an out of the box tool. My number one tool is desperation.
I can relate.
It's desperation. Desperation will cause you to figure things out. Desperation will call you to sit up and research things in the middle of the night, so you can learn what you need to learn. Desperation will cause you to say, hey, I need some help in this area. Desperation will cause you to walk down the aisles of Office Depots to say, what software do I need to learn how to use? What do I need to buy? What do I need to do? Desperation will cause you to look at YouTube videos, be on webinars, go to seminars, drive all the way across the country to get what you need. Desperation has literally been my driving force, because I have no plan B. This is it. There is no going back to somebody else's job. This is it. And that desperation has caused me to get up every morning when I want to be lazy and say, hey, you need to put out this deal on Facebook. You need to put, this on, on your website. Desperation literally has been my tool to cause me to figure things out and stop making excuses of what help I don't have, what team I don't have, what I'm not used to, what I don't know, and what I can't learn. Desperation has literally been the forefront. If you don't do this, Angela, nobody else will. If you don't do this, you cannot manifest your dreams. If you don't do this, you won't walk in your purpose. If you don't do this, you're letting God down. That has literally been my driving force, my tool.
As far
like that.
Oh, go ahead.
That's source make us be able to go against the wall. Like there's no A, there is no plan B. No. You have plan A and you put 100+% into plan A and working that. So that's super fantastic.
I was listening to Think and Grow Rich and been a
Amber, are you there?
Oh, I'm still here.
Yeah. I was saying I was listening to Think and Grow Rich, and Napoleon Hill was talking about if your plan don't work, it's not that you can't reach your goal, but you have to revise the plan. And sometimes when one plan don't work, we give up and say, oh, this is not meant for me. I'm not called to do this. But instead, go back to the plan that you revised. We have big dreams and big ambitions, but we may not know how to strategize to get there. And connecting with the right people that would teach you strategic planning will always execute the goal that you want. We never know the process, but we know what the end result we want to see, but we don't know the process. And I feel like if you're committed to the process and everything it needs to teach you, then you will ultimately get the results that you want to get.
I would say on my end, I agree with you. The thing I would add is that, as I said before, the main goal I have for this year was that to surround myself more with entrepreneurs, because you can learn more from them. You will have the understanding whenever you are facing obstacles or challenges.
Yes.
And there are so many, tools to use, but going in the direction that you started, I would say one of my tools is, sometimes you gotta.
You going in and out.
Oh, I am. Okay. What I was saying, is that better now?
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes you gotta go, shh. It's called silent moves.
Yes.
Sometimes you gotta make silent moves in order to make things happen. Because not everybody is going to be supportive, unfortunately. Even when you think the support is going to come from where you thought it would always come, not necessarily. You have to seek where you are trying to go or where you want to go. If you want to go to a higher level, higher dimension as an entrepreneur, you got to surround yourself with entrepreneurs. You can't surround yourself with those with the 9 to 5, 10 to 8
mentality. Yes.
Mentality, correct. Is it easy to be an entrepreneur? You're surrounded by that? Not necessarily, no. You'll also get if it's not making money, I'm not going to support it. I'll support it when it makes money.
Right.
The thing is that sometimes that's a test. It's like, okay, are you really going to pursue this and give it your all to the best of your ability? Take a break every now and then and seek the help that you need, because I have learned so much from more seasoned entrepreneurs as far as, how to handle things and that listening ear and all of that. So you have to, at times, like I said, be quiet and make the moves that you have to make, because not everybody is going to understand
That
it all. The
that
process, right? The process you mentioned earlier. There are times, and believe it or not, I'm honest. There are times I don't understand the process. It's like, wait a minute, hold it, wait, wait a minute. This was, how it was supposed to happen. One of the things, may he rest in peace, my father said, was the best laid plans of mice and men go astray. Wow. So true. That is so true.
Wow.
I didn't know what it meant then, but in entrepreneurship, and actually after he retired from his job, he got into entrepreneurship.
Wow. Yeah. Think you went out. But it's entrepreneurship is really and awarding. I think she went out as well. Amber. I think she's frozen up, you guys. Can you guys hear her? If you can type in the chat box, if you can hear her. Okay, Amber, she just went out as well. She just went out as well. So I guess I'll talk about one of the like I was saying earlier, one of the hardest things for me is shifting from the employee mindset and the CEO or entrepreneur mindset. That is, I think that's one of the hardest things for a lot of entrepreneurs, because they stay in that mode of employee, that you exchange your time for money rather than exchange service for money or meeting the need of your community. And if you've always worked a job and you've never been around people that have owned their own business, you've seen the ins and out of operating a day-to-day business, then you can get stuck in that mode and never see what you really want to see in your business. And for me, that mind shift was really, really hard for me at the beginning, and sometimes I still struggle with it, because you have nobody that holds you accountable other than your clients. You have nobody telling you when to clock in, when to clock out, writing your paycheck. You write your own paycheck. So if you don't provide service, you don't get paid. So therefore, your business won't run. And a lot of times people don't know what is in demand. They don't know what service or who they're trying to target. And for me, it's getting your audience down to a science, what they think about, where they live, where they spend their money. Those are all the things that employees don't think about. You think about a person that works at McDonald's. They don't think about who's going to come in today. They don't think about what is the revenue of the day. They don't think about meeting the budget. They don't think about inventory. They don't think about any of those things, but coming in, taking orders, and produce the orders. But as an entrepreneur, you are in control of everything. You're the bookkeeper, you're the marketer, you're the brander, you're the speaker, you're the coach, you're everything in that business. And if you're not in a place of in your own personal growth and development, then you will fail. You will ultimately fail. That's why I use the word desperation. Desperation will cause you to learn what you don't want to learn, do what you don't want to do, be what you don't want to be to get the results that you ultimately want to get. So she is having technical problems, but she is trying to get back in so that she can be a part of us. So she sent us some questions. So I'm gonna go ahead and start answering these questions until she get back on. One of the questions she asked us to define success. And a lot of people just don't know what success is. They think success is making a certain amount of money. They think success is reaching a place in their business. They think success is having this big name, being in the spotlight, being in front of the people. For me, success is me just being able to do something and not quit. I'm actively pursuing my dreams, and therefore that's successful to me. When I wake up in the morning and I'm motivated, I don't feel like giving up. That's success, because I successfully overcame the urge to give up, the urge to draw back, the urge to fold in. I continually work on my dreams each and every day. That's what success is for me. And so success for me is just keep on every day working in my business, keep on pursuing my dreams. And let me see, one of the questions she asked, do you believe there is some sort of pattern formula of becoming successful? When I was reading the book, Think and Grow Rich, one of the things Napoleon Hill continue to stress is a burning desire to become successful. A lot of people don't have that burning desire. That burning desire will cause you to be desperate. That burning desire will cause you to get up in the morning, will cause you to continue on when people have given up on you, when people have told you, you can't do this is crazy. But when you have that burning desire, it will cause you to stretch and expand far beyond what you thought that you was capable of doing. My burning desire literally keeps me in creative mode. If I do this, if I create, then I'm creating something for somebody that needs what I have. That's what keeps me in drive mode. My drive mode to succeed is far more greater than my drive mode to fail. So I have to continue to strive for that success. She's on.
Hi.
Hey.
Did Amber get knocked out too?
She did.
I made sure I got back on.
There she go.
I am.
There she
go. Technology is great when it works, but when it doesn't.
So I was going over the questions that you asked. What is my definition of success?
Yeah.
What is my formula of becoming a successful entrepreneur? I was just getting into that.
Okay.
You guys came back on.
Okay, great. Yeah. So did we talk about challenges yet? Because I dropped off before I was able to even talk about some of the challenges, or have you guys talk about some of the challenges that you've been able to experience, or your top challenges that you've experienced in your business and how you've been able to overcome those, or even if there's challenges right now that you're still working on?
I went a little bit into shifting from the employee mindset to the entrepreneur mindset. That was one of the biggest challenges for me personally, because you have to learn how to run your day-to-day business. And even when you don't feel like getting up, you have to, because you are your business. You are everything, the marketer, the bookkeeper. I talked a little bit about when I have to get up and say, okay, let's create this. Let's do this. There's an audience that need you. And I think for a lot of people that I've seen, they don't like to invest the money in what it takes to run their business.
Why do you think that is?
I think because more of the poverty mindset. Some people have an entitlement mindset because they broadcast, they have this business, they have this coaching program, they have this, that people are supposed to automatically come in. But people do not buy into poverty. They buy into the wealth mindset. So if you can elude, if you can portray, okay, I have your answers, I am successful, I know how to get you to point A to point B, they will buy into your service. But if you still battling with your identity, you're not sure if this is going to work, you're not sure if this is going to make it, they're not going to buy into you. If you can convince somebody that you have what they need and you can get the results, they will buy, they will spend whatever is necessary. But it depends on that person, that leader. Who are you modeling up to? Who are you being poured into? If you hang around chickens, you're gonna get a chicken. If you hang around eagles, they will teach you how to fly above that you could ever imagine you would fly. And people are attracted to that. So I think one of the things is the marketing and the branding.
Yes, that is so important. And that's so true. Marketing is so important, branding and building relationships. And you're right. So many people just think you're going to get into business and people are just going to come.
No, that desperation would say, look, I got what you need. I'm your person. So yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice, but that's not realistic. That is not how at all how it works. And we have to be continuous learners. That's what I tell. It doesn't matter how successful you are in your business. Just ask any millionaire, billionaire. There's always areas that you can improve. You should be a constant learner. There's always something new that you can learn. Okay, take it for example with blockbusters and Netflix. That people sat on Netflix when they first entered the market and weren't keeping up with the trends and what the people wanted, and just sat back and they were like, oh no, they were just like, oh, who is this Netflix? Okay, and had an opportunity to actually buy them out and did not. Now look at Netflix. Okay,
exactly.
So it takes work, and even when nobody else believes in you, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to consistently work at it. Okay, Amber?
Exactly. As far as when you have those that don't or no longer believe in you, and you have to believe in yourself, you have to and I have been told that, well, as far as your computer training and everything and you selling and all that, well, I can go here, I can go there, I can go on YouTube and get this thing that I'm trying to learn free and all of that. Why continue on doing what you're doing? I know that there are people, businesses, nonprofits and the like who need my services. And I stress, and I'm proud of myself in stressing that this is the price.
Yeah.
As far as desperation on trying to get that dollar, that was the learning part along, running this business, desperate for money and all of that. Not saying that money isn't needed, but I had to change how I approach things. One of the things, and one of the books I had learned, I listened to the audiobook of Think and Grow Rich. Mine was Rich Dad, Poor Dad, as far as the one key thing had to keep in mind that sometimes it's not easy to do, but I make sure I still do it one way or another. It is, okay, maybe I can't pay this now, but how can I make a way? How can I make a way to purchase this, afford this, and the like? I have to strategize. I was really in the midst of that recently with an event coming up. It's like, okay, I need this and that because I need to take my business to a new dimension. I didn't necessarily have the money, but I said, okay, I got to strategize and figure a way. How am I going to make this happen? How am I going to do this? With the goal accomplished, yes. You're going to hear the naysayers, in your ears, sometimes in your face, and, surrounding you and all of that. But I have to keep on with this desire that someone needs my services. Someone needs this computer trading consulting that I have to help, them grow or help them move along. Yeah. Someone is in need, and there are people, businesses, nonprofits who are in need of what I do. Maybe you don't need it. Maybe you know of those who are in the same boat you're in who don't need it. But I'm sure you know people that do need it. Refer them to me.
Mm-hmm.
The support is key. Support is key. Do you always get it? No. It could be quite a hurtful thing too. But it was like, okay, I got to keep going because I know that there are people, businesses, nonprofits, etc., who are in need of what I do.
Yes.
What I do, in spite of what is said to me. And you can be surrounded with so much negativity, you do get discouraged.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I try to surround myself more with entrepreneurs, because many of our entrepreneurs can understand disappointments, negativity, and being told you can't do this, you can't do that. Why do this? Why do that?
Yeah, and Amber, with that being said, because this is one of the questions I always ask too, is about support, because it's so important, and so many times it's devastating for us when we don't get that support. The support looks different for everybody. Okay, so what support do you need, and where do you go for your support? Like you said, entrepreneur groups and things like that. What is your main way that you get your support?
I get mine by going to different entrepreneur networking events. Some of the entrepreneurs I do have, and more recently connected with another one that I talk with. I have actually sometimes some Facebook posts or other posts on social media. Sometimes the memes can be, at a source of inspiration. Any webinars or the like that concentrate on entrepreneurship, I've gotten support that way. So as far as support, from also those who know me, I've gotten support as well. Some those who know me, even some who don't know me. I made sure rather that I got support that way.
Okay, good. And Angela, what is your support base?
Pretty much the same thing. My biggest thing was putting the support in a perspective. I stopped expecting my family to support me, because you have to think of, pretty much they are not my audience. All of them is not my audience. The first thing I started to do was support myself and believe in myself. And then I drew the support that I needed in my business. I became my first supporter. I became my first cheerleader and believed in what God placed in me before somebody else can support and believe what God placed in me.
That's good. Yeah, because we have to be our own support. We have to believe in ourselves, and a lot of times we're looking for family and friends to be a support where they're buying what we have. And like you said, they're not necessarily, often they're not your target audience. They can definitely be a referral source for you. But if you're looking to bring them on as a customer or a client, rarely does that happen. Okay. And as Amber was saying earlier, like about pricing and clients, I think a lot of us struggle early on in our business, and we could kind of avoid this struggle if we first find out who is our target client. Okay. Not everyone is your client. And so understand that even when you're networking, the goal is not to sell what you have, and not be intimidated when somebody doesn't want to pay for what you have to offer. Know that there is somebody that is waiting on that product or on that service that you are providing. You are a solution to their problem. So you have to find that person. So who is that ideal client? So don't worry about the people that say that they can't afford what you have or they're going somewhere else for free. There are programs or resources for those people that can only afford free or that needs that. But there are people that can afford and need what you have, like right now. So focus on that. Focus on those people, finding out who those are and get connected with them. So that's what I would recommend.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct. If I could just add this in real quick, as you said, it's a rarity that a family or those who you know are your customers. I would say in the beginning stages of my business, one of my first customers, and still the longest customer today, believe it or not, is one of my cousins, which is again a rarity. Other than that, it's been outside the family.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes family and friends may not understand that as far as the hookup, you're running a business.
Ha! Yes. Yes.
And some others as well.
Right. Family and friends. That's another thing that people always want a hookup or want it for free or deep discounts. And so that's another struggle. You have to set boundaries in business, just like you set boundaries in your personal life. You need to set boundaries in your business with your customers, your clients, your families, your friends, and set the expectation and be able to clearly communicate that to your stakeholders, to the people that need to know. So it's not to say that they will not ever purchase anything, but don't have the expectation that they are to purchase what you have. So later down the road, they may need what you have or want what you have or can be referral, but don't make that an expectation or a determining factor whether you give up on your business. Stay in business and don't let that discourage you if your family and friends are not supporting you financially with their dollars. Okay, there's a number of other ways that they can support and let them do that, what they can give, right? So that's very good. So ladies, we're coming to a close here. I wish we had a lot more time, but I wanted to ask you guys, for the audience who is listening in, what would you offer as tips, advice, recommendations for any entrepreneur for that they would need to implement or apply to be successful in business? Give us some tips.
Woo, I think for me is knowing your business, getting training before you just up and start your business. Although you may be the bomb.com, but you have to know your business, the ins and the outs, the highs and the lows. What will it be needed in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? Is it relevant for this time and this dispensation? I think that's one of the biggest things. And this connecting with the right people that can teach you, the right mentors, the right coaches that you need. And some people, and I'm sorry, some of us don't believe we should have coaches or believe that we should invest and pay for coaches and mentors. That is a vital thing in a heartbeat within your business, because they're going to continue to teach you and teach you and teach you and keep you from going to your comfort zone, which sometimes that we do.
You have people who still struggle with the comfort zone as far as embracing technology. Or they are where the technology they have is not up to date.
It's antiquated, yeah.
Antiquated, and it's like, well, it's been working for me so far, but there's going to come a time when you're going to have to get that new laptop or that new netbook or that new smartphone or that new all-in-one or whatever the case may be, and learn about it, or have somebody who could train or teach you how to use it, how to learn it. You can't do all this by yourself. We wear all the hats, but even I had to learn you can't do it by yourself. No one supporting me. I got to do it by myself. You have to, as she said before, seek those who help. You can go on, different websites. It doesn't even cost that much, but your business is thinking of when you were an employee. It took this department, that department to help run that business. So you're going to have to seek help, and I need to seek more help for myself as far as, and I'm seeking more help, and I'm making a very big conscious effort to do so, to where, okay, wherever my weakness is, this is who I need to get to help me strengthen me.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to continue, as they say, that mindset of I'm going to make this work, because it is a different mindset. It's not the same mindset. The biggest thing still to this day, and I repeat it, is embracing technology. If you are technology challenged, seek help from those who can help you with that, because your equipment might be antiquated, and no disrespect, mindset is also antiquated. If you
Which is a tool and a reason.
because I tell people all the time, technologies are going to advance. They are going to maybe reinvent or come with something new. If you don't embrace that as a part of your business, because your competitors are going to make sure they do,
Mm-hmm.
you are going to be far left behind, to the point where, okay, you can have a mom and pop store, but let's say, for example, you don't have free internet access for your customers. They're going to go someplace else.
Or you don't have a website. So 50% of small businesses still don't have a website. And I don't care how successful you are, what that means is that you're losing out on big business.
You're losing out on some good amount of customers as well.
You're limiting your reach. The internet expands your reach to clients that are looking for what you have to offer, that are not necessarily local to your community. They could be local, or they could be in another state or in another country. And I ask people all the time, how did you hear about me? And most times people say, unless it's a referral, that they Googled me. Okay, they found it on Google. Okay, and they found my website. So, and most people would not do business with you if you do not have a website. 90% of people will not do business with you if you do not have a website. So just know that's something that you should definitely have. That is your base. So not just on Facebook or Instagram. That's owned by Zuckerberg and whoever else. Okay,
right.
And if they want to shut it down today, they can. And so what happens to all of your community of people? You should be driving traffic to your home base, which is your website. Okay,
right.
Yeah. So technology is really key. That is a really good tool. And I always tell people, either automation is, so you want to work smarter. Just because something's working for you doesn't mean that is working best for you, or that is helping you to work at your optimal level. So you can get help, automate, delegate, or outsource. Focus on what your core strength is. Again, automate, delegate, or outsource. But you need to get help in your business. None of us can do this alone. None of us, right?
Correct. And get the tools that'll work for your business. Exactly. What will work for my business might not work for Angela's business or your business, and vice versa. What works for Angela might not be the best for me. What works for Shante might not be the best for me or Angela. So even needing consultation as far as that is concerned.
Yeah. So be willing to invest in yourself. I think, like Angela mentioned earlier, in a coach, in a mentor, in a consultant, in the area that you need help with. The longer you struggle, the longer it's taking you to grow your business, the longer it's taking you to earn the revenues and bring in the profits that you need to bring in. So don't delay. Make a plan. If it's something that you're like, it's something you need to invest in, make a plan to make it happen. So no excuses, right? So we're about making things happen. We're entrepreneurs. We're problem solvers. We come up with solutions, right, ladies?
Yes.
In spite of the challenges.
And we will have challenges. So you have to know how to overcome those and get the help and support you need. Don't just stay stuck in that challenge. Call on people. That's why you need a support system around you to help you work through those things. So Very good information, ladies. So I will end the questions with this last question for both of you. If you had a magic stick and you could change anything in the world, what would that be?
If I had a magic stick,
I'm not telling you my bank account numbers.
well, not only mine, yeah, the decimal will be in a different place right now. But one of the things I would change is how should I say this? The possibility that it can be done. I would change, I'm gonna say, from a technology aspect. If I had a magic wand, it would be where more people are more technologically knowledgeable, even if it's just foundational. And I would say people be more helpful to help each other more. If I had a magic wand, those would be the three things.
Awesome. That's good. So technology, people helping people. Angela?
Right. For me, I think the biggest thing is the less fortunate people see the importance of personal growth and development. And when they see that, then a lot of the coaching and speakers and, their business will grow because people see a need. Hey, I need to grow. I need to invest in this. So shifting the mindset from just you doing it by yourself, but you need somebody else to help push you and support you, and being real serious about your life and your growth. I've seen people all the time, they have a lot of lip service, but they are not willing to do what it takes to grow and to change their situation. We all have a dream to do something, but it's not going to manifest until you get up and do something. It's a distinct difference. So I think that would be one of the things. And I think that'll stop a lot of crime. It'll help a lot of mental illness. It'll help a lot of divorces. It help relationships, mother, daughter, son, father, because they're seeking to grow and expand as a human being. I think that will ultimately change the world, because instead of violence and all these things, people are looking to grow and be better.
Yes, go and be better. That's what it's about. Yeah.
Better days ahead.
And helping each other, right?
Yes.
Working on ourselves, that personal development, that's so important. And that translates over to your business. So you have to work on you. Okay. And then you help other people. So yes, I think it would be a much better place if we did those things. So ladies, I definitely appreciate you guys being on the Biz Talk Live Show. If you could just remind people about your business and where they can find you.
Well, my business is Queendom Life University and AB Enterprise. You can find me at www.queendomlifeuniversity.com. For I cater to authors, speakers, coaches. Yeah, authors, speakers, and coaches. And women empowerment or development.
Awesome.
Or if you want to grow.
Okay, make sure you talk to Angela. Okay, Amber, tell us about your business and information on where people can find you.
All right, and thank you again for this. Amber Hawkins, Your Computer Needs of Toledo LLC. You can find me at yourcomputerneeds.net. You can call 419-304-4564. You can call or text. You can click on the contact link of yourcomputerneeds.net. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Periscope, Pinterest, and YouTube with the following: YCN as in Nancy, OT as in Tom, LLC 05. So the handle again is YCN as in Nancy, OT LLC 05, and also on Skype as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you, ladies, again for joining us. You have been tuning in to the Biz Talk Live Show with Angela Brand and Amber Hawkins. They will be leaving the information that they just talked about regarding their business in the comments, in the post. If you come across this broadcast later, please like, share, comment. If you have a question, we always follow up after the show if we didn't get to it during the broadcast. We do apologize for the technical difficulties we experienced today, but we thank you for those of us you that have joined in. You can look forward to seeing us every week live on Thursdays. Next Thursday is Thanksgiving, so we will take a break to give thanks, and then we will be back on November the 29th. But you can tune in to our page, Biz Talk Live Show, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and see the videos and the content that we have here on our page. We appreciate you for supporting us and supporting entrepreneurs in small business. If you would like to be a guest on our show, we do have openings for the month of December. Please visit us at www.intuitiveriskmanagement.com to apply. We would love to hear your stories. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank my guests Amber and Angela.
Thank you.
Check us out.
Thank you.
We're available on YouTube. You can check us out on LinkedIn and also Instagram. You guys have a wonderful day and you enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday. See you soon.
You too. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.